Okay. Hari ni kita berjumpa lagi. Kita akan main Hitman yang ketiga. Mission yang kedua. Okay, kita mulakan.
She came home.
Carlyle's lost an empire. You fall hard enough, you tend to be reminded of what truly matters. So, the end of the line. You ready for this?
Are you? Who will you be, without a score to settle?
I guess the world's most wanted fugitive will have to do.
Alexa Carlyle is dead. According to the funeral invitation, that is. So naturally, it caused quite a stir when the late matriarch turned up at the breakfast table, alive and kicking. Carlyle, wisely sensing that her number is up, has emerged from exile to tie up loose ends and secure the Carlyle legacy. She may be a monster, but you have to admire her due diligence. Carlyle descends from an ancient line of warrior aristocrats. Her great-grandfather made a killing in the Second Opium War and established an empire in shipping, railroads, and newspaper publishing. While largely unknown to the public, the family still asserts its quiet dominance over global transport and logistics, media, and technology. Most senior of the partners, Alexa Carlyle, is cold as ice, tough as nails, and sharp as a razor. Incidentally, it was her late father who first brought the three families together after the end of World War II at this very house, meaning that this gentleman is the birthplace of Providence.
It began here, and it ends here. Talk about poetic.
One more thing. According to our intel, Carlyle keeps a case file on the Constant. Information that may be helpful in his recapture, so don't leave the estate without it.
Right. Happy hunting, 47. See you on the other side.
Thornbridge Manor. The Carlyle family's home for countless generations. The Revenant Alexa Carlyle and her 3 adult children, younger brother Zachary, grandson, and daughter-in-law, are all gathered to conduct Carlyle's sham funeral. Curiously, Carlyle summoned a famous London PI soon after arriving this morning, but his purpose at Thornbridge is yet unclear. Now, the target knows that you're coming, and her guard detail is top-notch. So Mr. Gray will secure their nearby field HQ and intercept all calls going in and out of the estate. Any appeal for backup is going to fall on very deaf ears. Good luck, gentlemen.
Okay. Kita akan main di sebuah mansion. Besar. Boleh masuk.
I have an appointment with Madam Carlyle. Please wait.
Oh, tidak boleh masuk ni.
Mr. Whitmer is here to see Madam Carlyle.
Nah,
Go right in.
dari jalan masuk.
That is Phineas Whitmer, the famous private investigator hired by Madame Carlyle this morning. I'm curious why he's here. Maybe you should do some detecting yourself, 47. A famous private investigator summoned by Alexa Carlyle has arrived at Thornbridge Manor. If you take his place, it may be an opportunity to get close to Madame Carlyle.
Okay. Tak akan menyamar lagi. Akan menyamar. Oh. Mana? Okay, masuk ni.
Sir, I just need to check.
That's a bit excessive, I think, considering the fact that I spotted no less than 2 routes to get inside the house unseen.
We know what we're doing, sir. Don't worry about that.
Sembunyi dulu. Okay, itu kita punya target, geng. Okay.
Mr. Whitmer, thank you for coming on such short notice. A great tragedy has fallen upon us, and I need a quick resolution, handled with absolute discretion.
Results and discretion are my speciality.
Very well. I suppose you will want to start at the crime scene.
In my experience, a thorough examination of a potential crime scene is half the job done.
Good. Fernsby will take over from here.
I am Mr. Fernsby, the butler. Madam Carlyle has asked me to assist you in any way possible. Mr. Whitmer, I understand that you've travelled from London. Would you care for some refreshments? Or do you prefer to go straight to Mr. Zachary's sleeping quarters?
Okay, start
I
ya.
prefer to get started.
As you wish. If you'll follow me, sir.
Hello there, sir.
Hello.
I feel obliged to point out that current affairs surrounding Madam Carlyle are of a delicate nature. You may be familiar with the recent announcement of her death. You will probably learn that a staged funeral is scheduled to take place tomorrow. Madam's children were not informed until this morning that their mother was in fact not dead at all. So please bear with them if they seem affected by the rather unusual situation. I trust I do not need to remind you that there will be consequences if word gets out that Madam Carlyle is still alive.
I'll consider her dead when I leave.
Before you inspect the crime scene, I will tell you this. The case concerns the death of Mr. Zachary, Madam Carlyle's younger brother.
Hello.
He was found dead in his bed this morning. The door was locked from the inside, and a suicide letter was found in his room. However, Madam Carlyle suspects foul play and will not accept that he took his own life. I've prepared some information for you, so please do come and see me when you've finished your investigation of the crime scene. This is Mr. Zachary's room, to my right.
Okay, thank you.
A locked room murder mystery, 47. I trust you'll get to the bottom of this.
View intel. Tak ada. Okay. Takkan siasat ah.
Why don't you use your camera to scan the dead body, 47?
Throat markings indicate a rare, short-lived plant poison killed him. Spread shows time of death at around 10 o'clock last night.
You do know your poisons, 47.
Memang banyak guna kamera ni.
Zachary was shopping for new Wellingtons last night. Not exactly what you would expect from someone suicidal. Zachary's suicide note. Also, a sample of handwriting. It could be relevant to compare to other samples to establish its authenticity.
Kita kena cari clue dalam bilik. Hari ini kita jadi detektif, guys. Detektif Conan. Okay, kita scan. Cantik rumah, guys. Ada taman. Yes. Yes, sir. Sudah diingat lalat. Okay, kita kena cari clue ah. Mungkin ada sesuatu. Oh. Oh, ini.
A hidden door.
It's a secret passage. This could explain how the door was locked from the inside.
Oh.
A photocopy of the floor plans. Somebody's been researching the secret ins and outs of Thornbridge Manor. I believe you've done a thorough search of the crime scene, 47. Maybe it's time to see the butler. I'm curious about the information he's prepared for you.
Okay. Kita senang. Butler.
Mr. Fernsby, I'm done with the crime scene.
Did you establish a time of death?
Zachary died around 10 o'clock last night.
Well, that means the staff were off duty. And Madame Carlyle and her security didn't arrive until this morning. That leaves Madame's family and myself as the only persons here when he died. And before you ask, no, I do not have an alibi. I was alone in my office at the time of death. Here's the material that I've prepared for you. It's a list of the possible suspects and their quarters. Hopefully that will help you keep track of your findings. Please come and see me when you've solved the case, and I will take you to Madame Carlyle.
Okay. You
This is
intend.
very useful information, 47.
Just remembered I went for a stroll behind the greenhouse last night. Maybe that's where it is.
What is?
My lost button. The one you couldn't find at the graveyard. Wouldn't it be a good idea for you to go and look for it
Question suspect.
now?
It's just a
Good
question
idea.
of interest.
So how does one solve a murder mystery, 47? Motive, means, and opportunity, I believe. May I suggest you ask the suspects for alibis? Or perhaps do you prefer searching the manor for clues first?
Oke. Kita tanya suspek dulu.
Patrick Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Shit, it's that sneaky butler, isn't it? He ratted me out. Elaine, give us some privacy, would you? Don't tell Mother, okay? She's really tense these days, and the last thing I need is more hassle. I took that pretty blonde, Rosie, for an evening stroll. I mean, how the fuck am I expected to cope for an entire weekend in this shithole? I'm bored out of my mind. If that's all, I think I'll get back to my slow death by boredom.
What did you think of Zachary?
Creepy as hell. No ambition. Imagine deciding to live in a museum. You know, Father says Zachary and Alexei used to be two of a kind. He had a great future ahead of him. Then suddenly, he just gave up everything. What an idiot. Thank God Daddy chose looks and brains over pedigree when he married Mummy. I don't have to worry about the inbreeding so customary in these circles. So, is that it?
Did you see anything suspicious last night?
No. I reckon Zachary tops himself. I know I would. Or perhaps Mr. Fernsby. I don't like him. He could have done it.
Yeah. Oke, dahulu kalau ada apa-apa yang berguna dalam video. Pisau.
Yeah, and what's up? Relax, man. I'm trying to get you money. It's just going to take a little longer. I'll get back to you later.
Tidak ada apa-apa.
Patrick's opened to Madame Carlyle's daughter.
Rebecca? Yes. She's insistent, that one. She kept asking all kinds of questions. Who had the other one? Why I gave it to her, that sort of thing. You did make sure she didn't see you give the other one to the butler?
Oh, of course.
Hello, sir.
Hello. The footprints. Footprint. Yeah, hello.
Emmer Carlisle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Surely I'm not a suspect.
I need to account for everyone.
Well, I spent the evening with my family, but I got an awful migraine and had to take to bed. Everyone can attest to that. I believe I went up when the boys sat down for a drink around 8 o'clock. Anything else you want to know?
How did you feel about Zachary?
I might as well be honest. His presence was always awkward. But how do you have a meaningful conversation with a man who only cares about plants? In my opinion, Alexa bears some responsibility for how this ended. She supported his self-limiting behavior by letting him live here. Is that all?
Have you noticed anything else out of the ordinary?
Nothing special comes to mind. Except, perhaps, I did get a feeling that Zachary was depressed, not just sad. I suppose he realized that he had no one with Alexa gone. Even Alexa must feel the pangs of guilt over that one, letting him believe she was dead. Then again, guilt isn't her strong suit.
Gregory Carlisle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Well, you're wondering about my alibi, Mr. Detective. Well, I left Thornbridge around 8:30 for a pint with Edward. I wish I hadn't. Quiz night at the inn. On the other hand, staying here with Zachary, my obnoxious sister, and the wife sporting another one of her headaches would have been a fate worse than death. The short of it, Zachary was very much alive when we left. I stayed for the last shout, and I was back here just before midnight. Anything else you want to pry from my intricate intellect?
Tell me about Zachary.
Zach? Huh. Such a sad old sod. A bit heavy on the bottle, but who could blame him? Only company he had was his rare plants and mother, who travels more than she stays here. Honestly, I can't say which is the bigger bore. He's better off dead. Is that all?
Anything else you'd like to tell me?
Nothing, really. I'm just enjoying the show. Our perfect mother obviously fucked up, didn't she? Faking her own death. You know, she's explained nothing to us. I think she's scared to own up to her own mistake.
Oke. Kena cari lagi orang untuk di soal sesat.
Professor Edward Carlisle, can you tell me your whereabouts for last night?
Oh, yes, this dreadful business with Zachary. I stay at the local inn. You see, I prefer not to spend the night here at Thornbridge Manor. My brother Gregory came along for a nightcap. He'd never admit it, but I think he understands that I find this whole thing upsetting and wanted to provide some comfort. I believe we went to the Stag's Head around 8:30. Anything else I can do to help?
Can you tell me about Zachary's behavior last night?
I certainly didn't expect him to commit suicide. Sure, he was upset by Mother's supposed death. We were. But he seemed more engaged than usual. You should ask Rebecca. They had a long talk. Did you know that he hadn't left Thornbridge Manor in nearly 50 years? His plants, Mother, and the staff were all the company he had. If that's all?
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary?
You mean apart from the fact that we came here to bury our mother and she shows up alive and kicking? Zachary found dead in his bed this morning? Or perhaps that the planned funeral is still taking place and I have to do the eulogy? And Mother will surely have strong opinion on it. I can't breathe. Excuse me.
Okay, thank you.
You always led by example rather than by words and meaningless gestures. Like a hug.
On top of everything, Rosie thinks she's in love with young Patrick. I mean, that's a breaking heart happening if I ever saw one.
Poor thing.
Alexa back from the dead, a make-believe funeral, a murder mystery. Oh, so much.
Don't worry, I'm sure everything will settle down soon.
What is it now?
She turned up and demanded to be put up in Madame Carlyle's bedroom. We're the new heads of the family after all. It is only fitting, she said. Well, Gregory was shocked.
Mana lagi? Ini ada barang. Use cell. Battery. Driver. Ambil saja. Ya, ada seorang di sana.
Hi, Cassie. It's me again, Edward. I know I'm not supposed to leave you messages, and this is the last time, I promise. It's just, I don't know how to
Oh,
handle
kita sudah
the
tanya dia.
situation. I don't
Ini
know.
sudah, ini sudah.
My eyes are not working. You can't tell anyone.
Ini pun sudah.
You look tanned. I bet Mother spent the last week at her Cyprus estate.
Ini
Am I
ada
right?
seorang ya.
I'm not at liberty to say, ma'am.
Oh, come on. I need to know what's going on. This affects me too, you know.
Hello.
Rebecca Carlyle, can you tell me about yesterday evening?
We don't really see much of each other, my brothers and I. I suppose it takes our mother's funeral to bring us together, and even then, it's not like we sit on each other's laps. Now, let's see. Patrick, Gregory's son, disappeared straight after dinner. You know, I think he might be in some sort of trouble. Edward wanted to go as well, but Gregory convinced him to stay for a few drinks before they went off for a pint at the local at 9:15. I swear Gregory enjoys Edward's discomfort over staying here. I had a conference call with my New York office at 9, so I spent 3 hours on my laptop in my room and went straight to bed afterwards. I don't know about Emma. She did act a bit strange. You know, I bet she was making lists for changes needing to be done once she gets her hands on Thornbridge Manor. Quite the shock she had when Mother arrived during breakfast. Is that everything, Mr. Whitmer? I do have a lot to see to.
Tell me about Zachary. Did he act strange last night?
You know, now you mention it, he was a lot more chatty than usual. He wanted to know about my connections in the publishing business. Apparently, a friend of his is writing a book, which strikes me as very peculiar. I didn't think he had any friends. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
Anything else you feel like mentioning?
I may be wrong, but I saw Mr. Fernsby, the butler, leave Zachary's room early this afternoon. And he seemed a bit startled when he saw me in the hallway. It's probably nothing. Oh, and one more thing. Please be kind to Edward. He can only take so much.
Okay.
Notarized. But how the hell did that happen? No, we all signed it. I gave it to him in person. He says he got it notarized the very same day. Right, listen. You go to their office and ask for Cheryl. She's the best they've got. Tell her you want to see the records. Don't take no for an answer. And call me as soon as you've got them. Thanks, Phil. We'll get to the bottom of this. Find the...
Sini sudah. Akan coba naik di atas lagi.
Stroking the door to Alexa's office. I kid you not.
I saw her rearranging the photos in the sitting room, hiding Madam in the back, and then moving
Oh, ini.
to the front. She's not right.
Ini ada lagi.
Why would she do that?
Rosie, tell me what you did last night.
I'm in trouble, aren't I? I spent the evening with Patrick. We met after dinner and I went home at 1 in the morning. He said he needed someone real to talk to. When he looks at you, it makes you feel like the center of the universe. Like a real princess.
But now he just ignores her.
Well, he's under a lot of pressure.
He's an idiot. That's what he is.
But he was such a gentleman. He gave me his coat and all.
Rosie, you need to forget about Patrick. No good's gonna come of it. Stick to your own kind.
You mean like Chris? He treated me like shit. All he wanted to do was play his stupid video games, never any romance. I deserve romance.
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary? Any strangers outside the house?
No, we saw no one outside. Except Patrick's mother, Emma. We were sitting on the bench behind the greenhouse talking when she came out, and we had to hide. You won't tell her about me and Patrick, will you? She'd insist Madame Carlyle fire me. I'm sure of it.
Too right she will. She's always going on about how things will change once she's in charge of Thornbridge Manor.
How are things coming along inside? Is everything ready for tomorrow?
Fate funeral tomorrow. Zachary found dead upstairs today. Death is everywhere. I never thought of it that way. Oh, God. It's such a big responsibility having a baby. I have to protect it, right? How do you even do that? I can't do that.
You'll be fine, Robbie. Kids are great.
Okay.
That is the door to Mr. Fernsby's office.
Pintu. Oh, bar. Ya, sekejap. Tidak ada orang, okey. Fuse box. Apa ni? Okey. Ada kunci, geng. Ayo poker, ambil saja. Ada sesuatu macam ni ya.
Zachary's diary. This is big. He was about to confess to the world that he and Alexa murdered their older brother Montgomery 46 years ago. And apparently, Mr. Fernsby helped make the murder look like an accident. And 47, the handwriting doesn't match the suicide letter in his room, proving he didn't write it himself.
Painkillers. Lethal if you use enough of them.
But not the poison used to kill Zachary. Of course, Madame Carlyle doesn't know that. Are you considering to frame the butler, 47? Mr. Fernsby clearly didn't commit the murder, but I think you have enough evidence to convince Madame Carlyle he did. Maybe you should tell him you are ready to present your findings. Unless, of course, you want to do some more detecting, 47?
Good, man. Looking good.
Okey. Kita cari clue lagi ya.
That is the door to Rebecca's room.
Oh, ini kah? Ada orang di sana. Okay.
I can see from the log that Rebecca was in a conference call from 9 p.m. to midnight last night.
Okey, ada clue. Ada pintu tersembunyi lagi, geng. Wah. Boleh masuk lah. Jangan. Okay, kemana lagi kita?
Can't you just relax for a minute?
Why do you think he's here?
I think solicitors are Mother's favorite kind of people. Can't remember ever having a family event without one tucked away somewhere.
Professional, so I think,
Imagine the scandal.
Who am I kidding? He's probably not looking for anything serious.
Eh? Tu macam mana nak masuk bilik ni?
Sir?
Kita kena alihkan perhatian dahulu. Sebentar.
Yeah, same.
Mau buat apa ni?
It's like year 10 all over again, just without the awkward slow dancing.
Mana? Nak buat, nak ambil perhatian ni. Oh, mungkin ini ya. Eh?
What the?
Okay. Cepat. Masuk. Close. Okay. Ada sandal.
Now this is interesting, 47. A letter from Emma's mother stating that Emma is the illegitimate child of Alexa's late older brother, Montgomery. And listen to this. She claims to have witnessed Alexa and Zachary murder him. The plot thickens.
Okay. Mau kemana lagi? Huntsman Hound. Saya pikir kita perlu ke sana. Greenhouse. Okay. Ada orang sana. Boleh keluar ke? Apa dia orang tu?
I bet he's stringing all the girls along like that anyway.
Kita akan ke bawah.
Settle down, build something.
Bel saja. Ya, kita perlu ke atas lagi ya. Ada tingkat atas lagi ya.
So,
Yes. Oh, tidak ada. Kita pergi ke greenhouse. Oh, ada lagi atas. Boleh naik ke tidak ni? Turun ke bawah dulu. Mana tangga? Ha, ni. Tangganya di sini. Kita keluar sebentar. Mana jalan? Oh, rumah ni memang besar. Sampai sesat. Ni dia greenhouse.
Got to be kidding me.
Oh, apa ni?
No power, no portrait.
Oh, Madam Carlyle.
Have you ever heard of knocking? Well, you need to leave. What are you doing? You gotta leave right now.
Okay.
Leave.
Sekarang. Itu apa ni?
Okay? And I need it to be perfect.
Ya, berhenti kau. Tinggal. Tu aku dah orang.
Oh, ada tukang kebun di sini. Terkunci.
Hey there.
Hi. Macam mana nak masuk ni? Sini ada 2 orang. Sini ada pintu ni. Aduh. Sana ada orang. Bentar lah. Kita boleh alih perhatian.
Rosie told me Rebecca has a really cool set, though. It takes a damn fine man to replace no man at all.
Poison. Oh.
Work cut out for you if you do try. I just need to find it. You're definitely fine. I mean, I don't trust you. Oh my God.
Everything needs to be ready for the funeral. It needs to look good for the family portrait. I can feel that pressure too.
Now Zachary won't get to see the rhododendron periginium blossom. They were his favourite.
Mission kita ke sini. Okay, dia lari guys. Tuh. Oh, minum. Oh. Apa terbagi racun di sini? Hai, susah ni. Oh, dah perahu. Okay. Dia jauh. Cepat. Okay.
Broken lab equipment. It looks like it was recently used, though.
This is a table showing lethal dosages for the poison used to kill Zachary.
Something is circled 47. Female, age 65 to 79, 60 to 64 kilograms. I'd say Madame Carla is next in line for a poisoning.
Akan keluar. Oh, ada kunci. Okay. Jalan macam biasa. You sell. cell.
Zachary will need a funeral as well, a real one.
Oh, sounds like the power's back up. Why don't you take a picture to test it?
It works. I'm ready for the
You
shoot.
must have perfect. I'll call the family down now then.
Excellent, 47. Madame Carlyle is on her way down for the family photo shoot. Let's see if any memorable moments will play out in front of the camera.
Down by the fountain.
Hi, good afternoon.
Semua keluarga akan turun untuk bergambar.
You had an accident. I'll find some help.
Oh, dia orang jumpa mayat. Dia jumpa body.
Anyone, help me!
Oh, buat tak tahu saja.
It's just in front of the fountain.
Someone's causing trouble.
Don't worry, I'm on it. Red leader, one actual here. Not sure what happened. Looks like an accident. Yeah, Sentinel is me. I'm at the scene and ready to go to work. Over and out.
Dia orang cakap accident, guys.
Never the same again.
Oh,
Wish she'd hurry up.
terus bungkus.
This place is sucking the
Wah.
life out of me.
It won't hurt you to relax for a bit.
Edward, you can't let Mother get to you like this.
You've always been immune to her. How do you do it?
I'm the youngest. Guess I just flew under the radar when it came to her attention.
Right ahead, please.
I expect you to be efficient. I have a lot to see to today.
I'll do my best.
Listen, everyone. I understand that you have a lot of questions. Please be patient for a little longer. I will address you in the sitting room afterwards. Right, get in position. Let's get this over with.
Chin up, Edward. No one wants to look at that long face.
You're such an idiot, Gregory.
I'm fine, Rebecca.
Fine. You look like a nervous wreck.
Stop bickering.
Okay.
Well, Mother, you certainly know how to lighten the mood.
Lagi?
Could we have one more?
That will be enough. No need to spend the entire day here. Please, everybody, go to the sitting room. I need to speak to you. I want to stress that I expect absolute discretion about everything you've
Would you like some
witnessed
help
today.
writing
No
the
one
eulogy
will
for tomorrow?
ever know I was here.
I can draw something up in 15 minutes.
Are you coming, Mummy?
I just need some fresh air.
I must do it
I'll
on
be
my
in shortly. You go in.
Will Mother think if she knew I had help?
Oh my God, I'll never understand the two of you. Gregory is going out of his way to shock Mother with his laziness and neglect, then you self-destruct in your attempt to please her. She's equally hard on the two of you, don't you see? It doesn't make any difference how you behave.
I just need to know that I really tried.
Wish I could shake some sense into you, all of you.
Okay, kita harus buat apa lagi? Mission story. Oh, ini sudah. Kita buat ini lagi. Okay. Ada mak. Okay.
How you been?
Hai. Kita mau kemana lagi? English. Oh, mungkin di sana. Kita masuk. Hello.
I'm dealing with the situation in a discreet and efficient way, and I expect your cooperation in all related matters. Secondly, the arranged funeral event tomorrow will take place as planned. No one can know that I am still alive. I expect you all to act your part. Last, as you all know, I have a lot on my plate and need to focus on sorting everything out, so please do not disturb me with your petty concerns. You are all adults, and as part of the elite, you will eventually have to deal with difficult situations like this. It comes late for most of you, but this is a chance for you to show what you are made of. That will be all.
What an exit. Old bag's got style. Show what you're made of. Edward, this is your chance.
Oh, God. I have to finish that eulogy.
Oh.
Madam Carlyle wants to inspect the arrangements for the staged funeral tomorrow. What's the delay?
It's the birds. They're making a racket, droppings everywhere. The Undertaker wants them gone before he'll see Madam Carlyle. He's in a right state. So, unless you want to take on the birds, I suggest you stay clear of him.
Oh, no, my aim's horrible. Safer for everyone if I could.
I need to know if you find something non-disclosure.
cepat. Oke. Ada uang. Bentar. Kita kena halau burung. Tembak sarang dia. Kedua lagi. Masih ya? Habis. Bisa mana naik?
Finally, the birds are gone. Just run through everything before calling Madame Carlyle down.
Misi kedua kali ini sangat panjang.
The birds are gone, and I'm ready to see Madame Carlyle now.
Good, I'll let her know.
Jadi saya pasti kita akan selesai sebentar lagi. Apa lagi? Oh, dia sini guys.
Carlyle will be here shortly.
Mr. Parsons.
Madame Carlyle. Before we start, I need to stress that I'm risking my name and reputation. If the truth gets out...
You've been generously compensated. And if you really care about name and reputation, I suggest you leave it at that. Now, let's run through the event. What's this?
I've created a memorial with a portrait of you as the central piece, as there, for obvious reasons, could be no viewing at the Chapel of Rest.
Well, I hate it. Get rid of it before tomorrow. And the flowers?
Your son Gregory asked me to decide on the floral arrangements. I kept it all in white to signify eternity.
It's my funeral, not a wedding.
is where Edward will be busy.
Edward?
Yes, I understand your son is a university professor. Eloquent and used to addressing a crowd.
Edward is a mumbling mess. He crumbles under the least amount of stress.
But Gregory approved of the idea.
He was just relieved he wouldn't have to do it himself. Rebecca would have been the better choice, but too late to change that now. And the gravestone? Your choice as well.
Gregory told me to take the lead, yes.
Well, good choice. I like it.
I tried to balance the monument.
I'm ready to present my conclusion.
Very well. Let's talk in my office.
Oke, kita akan pergi ke office. Oke.
Hi.
Hai. Mungkin game kita akan tamat sebentar lagi ya. Oh, memang panjang ya.
A bit of a snag. 16-year-old received 28 intimate pictures of sexual character from minister. You know, he used to fancy my sister.
Oh, you're giving me a headache.
Ini game memang panjang. Hello. Eh? Nah, office ya. Kita ikut ya.
Hi there.
Hello.
How are you?
Mana? Oh, ini.
Your detective skills have gained you access to the Lion's Den, 47. Now, go claim your reward.
Oke, mission story kita sudah complete. Berdoa.
So, Mr. Whitmer, you've reached a conclusion. Take a seat, please. Go ahead.
Is Mr. Frisbee.
The butler, Mr. Fernsby, killed Zachary.
Fernsby? Oh, you've got that wrong. He would never do such a thing. He is the most loyal man I have ever met.
I found pills in his office that matches the poison that killed your brother. Furthermore, I found Zachary's notebook, half burned, in Mr. Fernsby's fireplace. It showed that Zachary intended to publish a written confession to a murder the two of you committed nearly 50 years ago. The murder of your older brother, Montgomery.
That's outrageous. You did no such thing.
No need to feign innocence. I know a killer when I see one, and my discretion is assured. The papers also described how Mr. Fernsby helped you stage the murder of Montgomery as an accident. I believe he killed Zachary not to be exposed as an accomplice to murder.
Sweet Fernsby. You are wrong, Mr. Whitmer. He did not do it to protect himself. He did it to protect the Carlyle legacy. Mr. Fernsby, like myself, understands that sacrifices must be made to secure stability and prosperity. Mr. Whitmer, I'd appreciate it if your findings never leave this room. I understand Fernsby's actions, and there is no need for them to have more consequences than they already have. Fernsby was very fond of Zachary, and I am sure his decision will haunt him to the day he dies. About your reward, have you considered an amount?
I want the file you have on Arthur Edwards.
Arthur Edwards, the Constant. But that must mean you're... I expected you'd show up. But you're not here to kill me. If you were, you would have already. The enemy of my enemy, I suppose. You can have it. You earned it. The file you want is in the safe. I need some privacy. Thank you.
Okay.
How are you, sir?
Yes. You eliminate.
47. That's the file on Arthur Edwards secured. Time to take care of Madame Carlyle.
No need to panic.
Yeah. Apa? Aduh.
Mission complete. Well done, 47.
Complete. Lari guys. Aduh. Lari kemana ni?
You can come. Wait, there he is. Roger that.
Coba. Kita terpaksa berperang ya.
Alpha team suppressive fire. Let it run. Got no visual, but it has to be close. 6 out.
Okay.
Someone
Anyone see him?
Got him.
Knock alert, gentlemen.
Yeah. Command, corridor all clear. Relocating.
Oh, dia orang tak tahu. Oh.
Command, got nothing here. Bedroom's clear.
Mana nak keluar ni? Orang tidak tahu, guys. Mana tangga?
She should have gone with a better search. Symmetry.
Are you only interested? I should get back to it.
Okay, see. Oke, mungkin game kita akan tamat di sini.
They're everywhere. Go, get out! It's the Constantine.
Oke, guys. Tamat juga mission kita. Kita akan berjumpa lagi di part yang ketiga nanti.